Hello folks, and welcome to another shave. Today's challenge is to determine if I can tell this razor from this one. And the video is now over because this one has a piece of white tape on it, so now I can tell the difference. But really what I'm trying to do is determine whether I can tell the difference between the edges on this razor. And these were sent to me by Robert, No Name Bear, and he put a gray slate edge on this razor and finished it with graphite, and he put a gray slate edge on this razor and finished it as you normally would with a little bit of slurry. So the determination here is, can I tell the difference between a graphite finished edge and a typical slurry finished edge? Now you might be wondering, well, what do these look like? So here is the edge from the graphite. Here is the graphite finished edge. And here is the edge finished on the that is just a slurry finish on a gray slate. Again, both of these were honed on a gray slate. Okay, I'm going to use this razor on my right side and this razor on my left side. And the soap for the day is Areffa Soap's August Moon, given to me by No Name Bear. I thought the scent off this was very pleasant when I first took a whiff of it, and I've used it a lot, and I like it better every time I use it. So let's get going. I've already loaded the brush, so we'll just go in with the whole pre-shave. This is, I've tried, Robert sent me other Areffa soaps. I really liked Kentucky Bourbon, and that made a big impression on me because I don't remember the other soap that he sent me. I know I liked it. I do not need any more soaps. I have something coming to me from the mad scientist Sean Staplefield. I'm really looking forward to that. But I think I'm going to have to get at least some Kentucky Bourbon from Areffa soap and probably something else. This one, I get the citrus off the top of this I get right away, and that opens up more as the shave goes on. And then there's a floral component to this. I don't remember what's in the floral component, but that comes up too, but it's not feminine. And the reason it's not is the woody base on this. I get the woody base right away. It's the floral, oddly, I get the citrus and the woody base first, and then the floral component comes in later, which suits me just fine. So we're going to need to add some water here. Hope everybody's doing well. It's January 20th, 2026. Yesterday was Martin Luther King Day here in the U.S. But today is just another work day. All right, we're going to start on the right with the edge that has graphite on it. Both of these edges test. Oops, there's a blurb. Both of these edges test very sharp. No real difference in the way they test. You may have noticed that there's a slight difference in the look of the edge. This one on graphite is a little bit slightly toothier in appearance, but I'll remind you that on my microscope, that toothiness is very, very small, on the order of 2 to 3 microns. 2 or 3 1/100ths of a millimeter. All right, let's go and do the left side. That felt very comfortable, very sharp, very keen. Cutting hair well. Both of these razors are Torrey razors. Both measure 11/16, just under 6/8. The only difference between the razors physically is this one is round point and the other is square point. Now this razor feels slightly less soft. But very comfortable. And this side of my face, the beard hair is slightly denser on this side of my face, so I have to account for that. Very pleasant shave with on both sides. This has, I looked it up, and this has lime in it. The top notes, one of the top notes is lime, and there's magic in that one. I get that now that I know it's there. I look for it and get it, and really helps this. Adds a lot of character to this scent. Okay. Back with the graphite finished edge. Both of these razors are hollow ground. This one feels more delicate. Not so much the edge, the razor. This feels as if it has a thinner grind than the round point does. Let's test that now. Yeah. The edge on this one feels a little less a little less thin than on the other. Both are cutting well. This is now extremely comfortable, equal to the other one. It's very difficult to discern a difference in the edge. I think what I do pick up is a slight difference in flexibility. I'm still using the normally finished slate gray slate edge. As I'm on my left side. Yeah, this feels very comfortable. And slightly less flexible at the edge. So let's see if I can focus on the edge as we move to this one. I definitely think this edge feels soft, a little bit softer. And I mean a little bit. I don't know how much the flexibility of the grind is affecting that. But if I was not using these razors side by side, I would think that they were the same. The edge was the same on both. Excellent edge. I don't need to. Anybody who knows No Name Bear knows he does terrific restoration work, and he's a terrific sharpener. So you expect the quality of the edge to be very high, and it is on both razors. And so he's given me every opportunity to detect a difference. Wow, this soap is amazing. Sorry, getting a little distracted by how good this is. And I can determine a difference between the two razors. It's very, very slight. Okay, so we're going on the right-hand side with the graphite finished. Well, that feels unbelievably good. I mean, why in the world am I honing? I'll just send this stuff off to No Name Bear. there's definitely less flex in this razor. Less flex at the edge, and it's so difficult to determine a difference between the edges without factoring in that flexibility. But I still think the graphite finished edge is ever so slightly softer feeling. Okay, let's go to the other razor. See if I can verify what I just said. And I mean, when I'm talking here, I'm talking very little difference. Interestingly, this is where I'm noticing the difference in the flexibility of the edge, and it's against the grain. Pass. And in that the flexibility for me is a slight negative. The flexibility is slightly less comfortable, and I mean slightly. And so in that case, I was definitely feeling the razor. And in that case, both edges, I would say in that case, the stiffer razor, the razor finished on the gray slate with slurry, felt a little bit more secure, a little bit more comfortable. I'm really, I know I keep repeating myself, but I'm really picking at nits. If I shaved with these razors back to back, I couldn't tell a difference. That is one great shave. Gonna clean up and I will be right back. Okay. Before the break, I put on some Thayers cucumber toner. And the brush I've been using, or was using today, is a Brad Sears. I think he calls this the Scotsman. It has a 26 or maybe 28 millimeter 3-band badger. I think it's either a silver tip or a high mountain white. And I'm going to finish with August Moon, the splash that goes with the soap, August Moon from Areffa. Here's, I don't know whether I showed you the August Moon cover art. There it is. And so what's my conclusion? Well, first of all, thanks to Robert, I get a chance to play with both types of edges without having to do the research myself. And I really appreciate that. And as I've shown you, the work that he did was excellent. I had an unbelievably good shave today. And I think I've made a decision that for me, I don't think that the graphite changes the feel of the edge enough that it would be something I would do because it's an extra step. not a big one, but it's a little bit of an extra step. And the difference in comfort between the two edges was very small. Difference in sharpness was undiscernible. So would I take that extra step? I probably wouldn't, and I thank Robert for introducing me to this so I didn't have to do all the work. This is the perfect way to do things, have somebody else do the work for you. So thanks very much, Robert. Enjoyed this shave very much, and thank you for joining me. I'll see you in the next one.